Hi, how are you? It's Marshall. Thanks for watching the video. So on this channel, I try and do a good variety of stuff. Try and keep things, not get things all stagnated, right? So today I've got a video on how to make something like this from scratch. For those of you musicians who are out there touring, doing gigs, etc., you have a stand like this. Now this is a stand that I bought on Craigslist for 20 bucks, which is a steal. And it's in pretty good shape, right? But it's actually missing a couple of these. Now this is an end stop that I did take off of this unit. This is a Proline stand. And I did reach out to the manufacturer, and unfortunately they didn't get back to me to see if I could just buy these, because I figured they'd only be a couple dollars. But they didn't. And that's okay. That's their prerogative. I'm not going to complain. I have the ability to just make these. So I'm going to take you through the process on how I created the 3D model of this. And basically, it starts out with, you get your calipers, something like this, and you take some measurements, and then you do some 3D modeling, get on the inside here, like this, right? And then, maybe a height measurement. I don't remember if I measured these. I don't think so. I think what I did is I did like a quarter of this and made sure it was spaced evenly, and then anyway, I'll show you the process of me designing this in a program called Onshape. Onshape is a great tool if you're going to be doing any kind of 3D design, especially for functional stuff like this, where I needed exact measurements because it's going to fit onto something else. Yeah, so I'll show you that process. I'll show you the 3D printing process, and then I'll show you, well, I won't show you, I'll just show you the end product, but I did spray them in Plasti Dip. Plasti Dip is like this rubberized kind of coating that a lot of people use on their cars, but it works awesome on 3D printed stuff, especially if you need kind of a rubberized coating. And yeah, so let's cut to the design phase in Onshape. Check it out. Right, that's pretty awesome, right? So I have a 3D model, I exported the STL, and now I'm going to cut to the 3D printer. And the process was about an hour and a half for the first piece. There's a second piece I'll come back to after the first one prints. I'll show you the process for that. And then, so I'll be right back after the 3D printing time lapse. So I've squished this down in just a couple of minutes so you guys don't have to sit through an hour and a half. But here you go. All right, so that was pretty cool, right? So here's our part, all done off the printer. You see it's this white ABS. I haven't sprayed this in the Plasti Dip yet, but let's check it out next to the real one, or well, I guess the mass-produced one. So you can see this is injection molded. That's what this little bit here is from, is where they injected the plastic into a mold, and that's how you get this. So yeah, right next to each other, they look pretty close, right? And you know, we can take our calipers here and just measure. Let's just kind of see, for those of you that are curious. So 1 inch 431 roughly, and this is one of those things where it kind of depends on how you hold your tongue, right? So I'm within 2/1000ths of an inch or so there. The inner part, so I've got 1.2, and on the inside of this I've got 1.2. So look at that, that's pretty good, right? The height, I think I'm a little bit longer on my 3D printed one, but that's all right, it's not going to hurt anything. So you got 2 inches to 40, and over here, come on, depends on how you hold your tongue. Well, that's a little, it's like 6/1000ths longer or whatever. That's not a big deal. So the next step, I'm going to print another piece, which is the cylindrical piece. Basically all I did for that is I took this same model, I set it down below the plane of the 3D printed table in the software. The slicing software I use is called Simplify 3D. And I just set it below, so it wouldn't actually print this. It would just start printing basically this portion. And I extended the Z height a little bit to where we're going to be up like this roughly. And that's going to be the part that goes on the back. You know, and I guess I'll just cut to the 3D printing. How about I just cut to that? Here we go. So that's it, guys. It's all done. Check it out. This is the cylindrical piece, also plasti dipped. It got a little bit on the inside, but you know, no one's going to be able to see that when it's on the stand. And here's the other piece that's going to be the end cap, also plasti dipped. You can see this looks really good. Let's put it side by side with the real one, or I guess the mass-produced one. So here's mine, and here's the one that was on there. Pretty close. Now I did have an issue with the Plasti Dip wanting to kind of pull up on here, and I mean that's just the nature of having an indentation like this. But when I flipped it over, I was hoping it would kind of drain out, but what happened is it kind of pooled on one side here. Not a huge deal. I mean, it looks okay, and for what I'm going to use it for, that's not the end of the world. And I got it all the way to the edge, which means you're going to get some on the inside. And again, that's not a huge deal. It doesn't matter. No one's going to see that. And this fits. Everything fits. So that's that. That's that. Here is one that's not plasti dipped. And then here is the cylindrical piece. And these are nice and rubbery now, and they are not going to scratch my synths when I put them on there. And these are about 80 cents each when I 3D printed these. So, and it took me about an hour or so to design and an hour and a half to print per piece, and it's pretty painless. As far as 3D printing goes, stuff like this is gravy. It's not high detail, it's not a huge deal. So, perfect. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for checking it out. You know, I appreciate you coming here. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Lots of other content coming up. If you enjoy what I do here, like my face, please consider subscribing. That'd be cool. The channel is awesome. Hit a couple milestones actually recently. Over 300 subscribers. And honestly, like I haven't really been. This channel is old. It's been around for a long time, but I have not done consistent content until the last several months. So really cool to start seeing the channel blossom. Over 600,000 views on this channel. Fucking awesome. You guys are great. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Hope you have good Halloween. That's it's like towards the end of October here. So if you're out, have a safe Halloween, and hope you don't get too scared. And anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. Until next time, I'm Marshall. Have a good one. Whoa, nothing like amateur happy fingers in front of the lens. Yeah, I'm just trying to screw this back on. And one-handed even. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got skills. Yeah, there we go. That's on there. That's my piece I just made. Talking about this is one of mine. And you can tell because I'm, you know, perfect or anything. Then we have the original one right here. This is my piece there. And that's that one that I made. So cool. The excited.